We're now going to examine the floors. We're looking for cracks in the tiles that may come about through movement in the underlying foundation. We've pretty well examined every floor in the house that has tiling on it. We're in one of the upstairs bathrooms at the moment. There are no crackings in the tile, no indications of large amounts of movement. In fact, the flooring's looking good, and ceilings. So there's one or two settlement cracks as mentioned earlier. We're now going to examine the doors. We're actually looking to see whether or not they've moved or not. This door's not sticking. It opens and closes well. The weather stripping is okay, it's in place. But this is the door where we do have structural movement on the outside, which we spoke about earlier. The door itself, though, is not sticking. We're going to go and check every door to ensure that we don't have sticking doors. The reason we're looking for sticking doors is that if the house moves, it actually can close the frame up and stop the door from moving. Check the weather seal. Weather seal's fine. It's in place. I'm going to go to the front door now. We're at the front door. All looking fine. Doesn't seem to be any movement around the front door. Let's check the locks. We've got a latch. A latch. Door opens and closes easily. And the weather seal's in place. So that's all the external doors. I'm now going to check every internal door. I'm not going to video it because it will become tedious for you. We're in the study. We're looking at the cupboard door, closet, and you can see there's a slight bit of movement here. The door doesn't stick, but there has been some movement. We're looking at one of the study windows, and right up in the corner there's a small sheetrock crack, which is showing movement. And then down the side here, you can see creases in the actual sheetrock. Again, it's indicative of movement. And there's a crack that side. I think we can conclusively say there's been settlement in the building, although I have to say I'm not that concerned about it because it's very, very common in this part of the world. You want to see my house, it's covered in cracks. It's just one of those things that we have because of our expensive soils in Texas. That's it. We're in the study. We're looking at the cupboard door, closet, and you can see there's a slight bit of movement here. The door doesn't stick, but there has been some movement. I'm going to carry out an examination of all the windows. I'm not going to video this. I need two hands free to do it. What I am going to do, though, is show you something that will help you when you move in, and it's to do with the seals on windows. If you look here at this surface here, along here, how grubby and dirty it is, and then if you look above, there's a seal, and that seal, if you keep that clean, there it is, here's the seal here, you keep that surface clean, it will reduce the amount of hot air or cold air coming into the building in summer and winter. Just a tip, clean up this seal along here. We're just going to examine the stair railings, balustrades, just looking for loose ones. No, all's fine. We're just going to inspect the fire. It's got gas logs, they're present and correct. This is a sealed unit, so simply all we have to do here is just check that we have an isolation valve, which we do. You turn it all off and turn it off. I checked it earlier for gas leaks, there were none. That's all in good order. We're now looking at the main electrical panel. We're looking for any errors in the installation. We've got to have a floating ground and neutral, which we've got. And everything's looking good. Bit of debris in there, wood. Other than that, wire sizes are correct. There are no arc fault detectors on this particular installation. That's because when this was put in, they weren't required. They are nowadays. But if you actually do a modification to the borders in the future, then you'll have to fit them. But at the moment, it's fine. We're now going to check GFCIs. Well, that tripped. And we do this on every GFCI around the house. It resets here to the left. The GFCI, the master, trips. And this is the other GFCI. It should be off, which it is. And we reset it. That's it. There's a loose cover. We're in upper bathroom. Going to trip the GFCI. And its reset is in the adjoining bath, and the other GFCIs across the landing are going to be controlled by that one. We'll just check to make sure they trip. Yep, they trip, and it tripped out the other side, so that's the reset. We're carrying out the static water test. We have 65 pounds, actually 70 pounds of pressure, 65 pounds of pressure. Yeah, 65 pounds pressure, so that's good. We're now going to look for the shut-off valve, and we're now at the curb, and this is the water meter for the we're carrying out functional flow tests, making sure that there's no leaks under the sinks. This is the actual sink in the kitchen, and that's flowing pretty well. And I, a moment ago, set the faucets open in the master closet, and the test is, could you take a shower while all those faucets are open? And my conclusion is, yes you could, so we have good functional flow. And the drains are running. They're running well. We're in the bathroom on the the left side elevation, and you have a faucet. This handle rotates 360 degrees. So that needs fixing. Yeah, it comes up, so broken faucet. In the bathroom, that runs. You can't put the shower on because the spigot controls the shower and the faucet is broken. Of course it's fine. I'm going to check on the bathroom at the other side of the building. We're now in the bathrooms on the left side elevation. We have good functional flow at the faucets. The faucets operate okay. Everything's fine here. Soak myself. And this faucet opens and closes.